Dota 2 is the sequel to IceFrog's mod for Warcraft 3, created by the very popular Valve Studios, creators of holy works such as Portal and Half-Life. The original Dota, aka Defense of the Ancients, was amazingly popular and created a whole new genre of gaming. While the name of this genre is still under heavy debate as fierce as the Second World War, it led to a whole bunch of other games being made. Now when I heard there was a sequel coming out, I was skeptical. And then we hear that it's being made by Valve. The cheers could be heard across the globe, the expectations were high and the children were eager. Now many names for this genre have come up, such as Action RTS, Massive Online Battle Arena, Session-Based Multiplayer Game, and Furious Clicking Adventure. Okay, I made the last one up, but I think it fits perfectly. It's a team-based game consisting of two teams, the Righteous Radiant and the Demonic Dire. Each team consists of 5 players. The objective of the game is to destroy the enemy's base, which is located on either corners of the map. To do this, you are in control of a hero, a strategic unit that does your bidding with a variety of spells and abilities. There are several heroes to choose from, each with their own spells and abilities, which have something to contribute to the battle. Now this is a team-based game, and playing as a team with the Dota community can be a bit of a challenge at times, to say the least, but I'll get to that later. As far as the game goes, it's alright to look at. The graphics are far from perfect and could use some brushing up with the colors, though it certainly is an improvement from the graphics of the original Dota. And the sound, the sound is like the Icelandic version of Spin Me Like a Record. By that I mean it's very good. The soundtrack gets me pumped up and ready to play, and the quirky little sound effects for getting gold are so satisfying I could sit there for hours hacking away at creeps. Another cool little thing I found out was that the background music changes to what you are doing in the game. If you are just casually killing creeps, the music is somber and slow. However, if you get into a big fight, the music becomes much faster and more intense. I don't know about most people, but for me, that really gets me immersed into the game, which is a big plus point. However, I do have a problem with the load time, because, well, it takes about the time of a very dramatic soap opera for one game to load, and on top of that, the time the game takes to put you into a match with your specifications are very long and could take about a good 5 to 10 minutes. So I suggest having a nice book to read while waiting for the game to load. As for myself, I am currently reading Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins, the sequel to the very popular Hunger Games, and I managed to finish about half the book, only during the load times. Other options include schoolwork, knitting, practicing the guitar, and so on. Playing Dota 2 could definitely help you pursue those hobbies you never seem to have time for. As for hero designs, they all are pretty unique. While it does seem like some heroes have an edge over the others, it's all mostly balanced out pretty well. If you're a good player, you're bound to succeed. Now for veteran Dota players such as myself, Dota 2 is everything you expected. Valve delivers everything you could hope for. A stat recording system, a system to download replays of your previous games, to even have a cool little vanity addition to the game, which you can buy from the shop, which to be honest, really does nothing more than make you look like one of those rich kids from school who have everything they have ever wanted, except for their parents' love. Ah. The original Dota was very restricted as it still had to run on Warcraft 3, and could only do what that game offered. Dota 2, however, has broken free of these bonds and has risen magnificently into the sky like a chicken that finally learned how to fly. It's going to be an addictive and captivating experience that'll keep you hooked on for months. But chances are, if you've already played Dota enough to call yourself a veteran, you don't need a review to tell you to get the game. Now, if you are a newcomer to this game, it is going to be as unforgiving to you as that teacher you had that beat you mercilessly and called your parents multiple times just to get you into trouble. The learning curve is very steep, and it's going to take a few weeks of playing to even be slightly on par with the rest of the players. There is a tutorial, however, that is sure to hold your hand tenderly and guide you through the game. But to be honest, if you want to get good at this game, you're going to have lots and lots and lots of practice. What makes it worse is that a large chunk of the Dota community consists of rabid dogs who all seem to have slept with my mum. You make one wrong move, one mistake, and they're all over you with harsh language and words that can hardly be called constructive criticism. It can be quite disheartening at first, but if you trudge along, you'll find a few decent people who you can add as friends, and they will help you on your journey to become a Pokemon master. Wait, no, no, that's not it. Wait, scratch that. Just earlier I was playing against a particularly unruly fellow who called me a niglet. A niglet. A word which I can only assume is a mix of a piglet and a very derogatory word. Of course, there is an in-game report a player system where you can report criminals such as this and make sure that justice is served. But keep in mind, when you do start playing, make sure you lube up pretty well, or else you're going to get butt hurt pretty badly.